Okay, I'm back again. I didn't feel good yesterday, so I just didn't go live. But I'm here today. So, wait for y'all to get in here. Oh, wait for somebody to get in here. Hello, Eli. How are you? Oh, it's going good. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Yeah, really. Well, that's good. You're doing okay. Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight yet. I haven't decided. I do cards. I got the ones I got out are my practical witches spell cards deck. I do the shamanic power animals. This is my favorite deck, and I got this deck out. Venting Witch and Oracle. But I don't know what I'm doing yet. It depends on how many people come in. If not too many don't come in, then I'm just gonna read a story and get off. There's already 4 here, only 1 talking. 5 here, only 1 talking. Come on, get off your butts. Come and talk to me. Or are you blocked? If you are blocked, I'm sorry. Can't come in. Once you're blocked, you never be unblocked. Sorry. Eli, I've been away for a while because of drama. I took a break. And I just come back to drama. But I'm going to stay to myself. You're going to bring drama into my channel? Goodbye. You're not going to be here. And it's like, once you're blocked, you're blocked. That's my rule. People don't like it, they can jump off a short pier, whatever that saying is. Yep, Dawn's out for the night. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, the story today is called Aaron Burr House. Aaron Burr's lifetime accomplishments besides graduating from Princeton at the top of his class, being appointed governor of New York, eventually winning the vice presidency of the United States, including being charged with treason and murder. More than one supernatural tale is associated with the infamous 18th century American statesman and his family. For example, legends surrounding his wife Eliza Jumel, who is said to still haunt the oldest house in Manhattan, Morris Jumel Mansion. Burr's daughter, Theodosia, drowned in the Atlantic when the ship she was on foundered in stormy waters. According to one eerie story, the spirit of the young woman was trapped in her disturbingly lifelike portrait, which washed ashore on the Outer Banks of North Carolina a few days after the ship sank. And then there are the story of the spirit of Aaron Burr himself. Apparently, Burr's spirit smashed dinnerware and moves chairs from underneath patrons in One If by Land, Two If by Sea, a romantic restaurant in New York City. But if there is any place he would call home, it must be Aaron Burr's house. Hey, Bambino, how are ya? Thank you. Don't forget to smash my thumb. It must be one of the buildings in the Wedgwood Historical Collection of Inns in New Hope, Pennsylvania. The old Victorian house, built sometime in the 1860s, was always known as Aaron Burr's house. Oddly enough, the building was constructed well after Aaron Burr had passed away. And although Burr was quite familiar with the area around New Hope. Hey, New Hope ain't far from me. No, I think so. I'll have to find out. No monumental historical event occurred there to justify attaching Burr's constant string of minor events. Well, thank you. Now I lost my place. Strange and unusual that have impelled people to look into its past. The ongoing inquiry has made Carl Glassman, one of the proprietors of the Wedgwood complex, into something of an expert of Aaron Burr. Called the spirit of the treacherous old statesman is believed to cause the ghostly goings on, as Mr. Glassman called the otherworldly events that take place. Underneath the impressive Aaron Burr house lies a stone foundation that is even older than the wood structure built atop it. Glassman discovered that this stone pediment dates back to colonial times, and that Aaron Burr had briefly hidden in the stone cellar during troubled times. Burr and Alexander Hamilton had been political rivals and personal enemies for over 20 years, when public rivalry and a mutual deep-seated enmity led them to resolve their differences at gunpoint. On the morning of July 11th, 1804, the two men stood on a grass ledge overlooking the Hudson River. Dressed in their finest clothing, they picked their pistols, loaded them, and stood back to back, both determined to endure the duel as honorable as they could. For centuries, the practice of dueling had claimed the lives of thousands of male gentry throughout Europe. On this morning in North America, Another man was about to fall. Some accounts have Burr firing first, shooting his opponent through the heart before the man was able to raise his pistol. Other versions tell of Alexander Hamilton turning around to face Burr with hard determination, waiting for Burr to take his shot. Crook! Perhaps he hoped that Burr would miss when he fired, become touched by Hamilton's courage and abstain from shooting, or simply lose heart and call off the duel before it began. But wishful thinking, Stan's last chance against speeding bullets, and the tragedy of Weehawken, New Jersey, reached its bloody conclusion when Burr raised his pistol, aimed, and with all the hard-hearted deliberation of lengthy rivalry could produce, shot the prominent Federalist through the heart. Burr's political ambitions were snuffed out of the moment he fatally wounded Hamilton, and he was soon fleeing from the scene of the crime, with the authorities from New York and New Jersey hot on his trail. Federalist media reported the duel as an ambush, and few people were willing to lend Burr a hand in the day following the murder. With the country roused against him and no friends in sight, Aaron Burr headed for the first haven he could think of, New Hope, Pennsylvania, home to the Coryell family, lifelong friends of the Burrs. The ferry near New Hope was owned by the Coryells, and Burr was whisked across the Delaware under cover of darkness and then hidden in the building on site of the yet unbuilt house that would, centuries later, bear his name. Burr hid in the building for a number of days, rarely venturing out of the basement, while his protectors worked on a way to get him as far away from the area as they could. His enemies were everywhere, and when the Coryell finally were able to arrange passage to safety, Aaron Burr was whisked away to South Carolina, where his daughter Theodosia waited. Most of us can only imagine the distress Burr must have felt when he was stuck in the Coryell basement during the days after Hamilton's death. And if the idea of appearing before court of law with a murder charge was attractive enough, the thought of being found by a lynch mob would have been even worse. Burr's stay in the house could not have been nearly as pleasant as that of visitors today, who enjoy the amenities of the bed and breakfast that stands there today. Although Burr's emotional trauma might seem as distant memories to the guests that stayed at Aaron Burr's house, nowadays, something of the corrupt old statesman still lives on in the building, apparently intent of reminding visitors that the building is more than a place for comfort and relaxation. The most common supernatural phenomenon in the inn is called the sightless stare of Aaron Burr. Visitors who fall under this ghostly gaze claim that an unexpected wave of cold washes over them, and that they are struck by a strong feeling that someone is staring at them. You can feel the two eyes you can feel the two eyes staring at the back of your head, Carl Glassman explained. It is furtive, cautious glance, as if the hiding man is uncertain whether you are a friend or foe. The feeling of being watched always occur in the same place at the top of the stairs leading down to the stone basement, as if someone is standing at the base of the stairs staring up at the darkness. Many individuals have quickly turned the basement light on, certain that there was someone there, only to see an unoccupied staircase descending into the empty basement. Carl Glassman has also taken to advising visitors that if they feel something tugging at the door when trying to leave, they should speak into the air saying, "Mr. Burr, please, I want to go out." It seems this request is reason enough for the suspicious spirit to release his grip on the door, perhaps trusting that the person will not betray his presence to his pursuers of nearly 2 centuries ago. Visitors to the Aaron Burr house are also advised not to make too much of creaking sounds that might be heard in the middle of the night. That's only the colonel, guests are told, referring to Aaron Burr's rank, that he served in the Revolutionary Army, judging by the sound of the slow, careful footsteps that have been heard creeping around the ground floor after sun has set. It seems that during this time, Aaron Burr may have ventured out of his hiding place a few times during the night. We may never know exactly what Burr's ghost does during the late night walks, but it is clear that he prefers to time them for when everyone in the house is asleep. A number of theories attempt to explain the nature of ghosts and the afterlife. Many experts believe the stressful events may leave behind an emotional imprint that takes on ghostly characteristics after the subject dies. Aaron Burr's ghost would certainly be a strong case for this theory. After killing one of the country's most prominent statesmen and becoming a wanted man in both New York and New Jersey, Aaron Burr spent what must have been the most difficult days in his life in New Hope cellar. Accustomed to the spirit's presence, the proprietors of the inn in the house built atop this old cellar, named the establishment after the man who haunts it. He's a playful kind of guy, Carl Glassman joked as he speaks of Aaron Burr and his supernatural hijinks. The living, however, may never know if Burr shares the same ensconced outlook. To the new one. Hold on, I need to get a garbage bag. Sorry about that. I know there's nobody in here, but I don't care. That didn't work out too good. I'm getting ready to read my subscription boxes to you guys. Before I do that, there's something else I'm going to read to you guys. I don't know how many I'm going to read tonight, but I'm going to read quite a few of them. Then I'm going to end the stream with a story. Okay, first set of these ones here I got last month. This is red, a ragonite, red or a ragonite. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Red, ARAGONITE, acts as a stabilizing stone and may be careful for those who have focused on bringing more harmony into their life. Meditating with red art or aragonite can help to ground spiritual growth into the lower chakras, raising the overall vibration of the body. It helps to create a deeper connection to planet Earth and release issues from the past and attachments in the present. Okay. Next one. Is citron, I think. No. Tree of Life necklace. I need a box. Damn it. Oh. Tree of Life necklace. Clear quartz is wrapped in a magical tree with leaves on amethyst and green aventurine. Green aventurine carries a strong connection to earth, while the amethyst improves concentration. To program the quartz with your intentions, hold it in the palm of your hand and focus on what you want to transfer into the crystal. The crystal's memory will download your intentions and help to manifest those goals. I should try that one. Okay. Next one is the turtle one. It's a little turtle. Snowflake obsidian turtle. Snowflake obsidian also is known as the mirror stone. Is believed to reflect evil eye energy back to the sender. Snowflake obsidian is associated with protection from harm and is said to break bad luck, while the turtle is a symbol of success, fertility, vitality, and great patience. Next is this got to be a bracelet. No. The citron point. The citron point is believed to elevate optimism and energy to a place more able to manifest and accept opportunity. As you can attract new possibility, people, and energy into your life, prosperity and abundance will soon follow. In the work with the solar plexus chakra, citron warms the core to radiate power, centeredness, confidence, endurance throughout the body and mind. I'm missing one. Like that. Not that one. I think it's this one. Yep. The citron bracelet. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the little tinge, yellow tinge. Citron is a stone of light and happiness. Wearing a citron bracelet strengthens your will, motivation, and determination, helping you go after for the things you want. Citron is also known as one of the most powerful manifestation gemstones because it activates imagination, brings more creative vision, and positive outlook on life. And then I got a charcoal mask. Peel away any pore clogging impurities, excess oil with a deep cleansing charcoal face mask. All you need is a spare 15 minutes out of your day to rejuvenate your skin. Hi, Greg. Put on your favorite music playlist, sit back, or have a little dance session while the charcoal face mask works its magic to provide deep pore cleaning, leaving your skin feeling fresh and clean. Thanks for being here. I'm reading some of my crystal what are you gonna call them? Crystal subscriptions that I belong to. I'm gonna reread them all. I got some big. Okay, here's this. I don't know how many people, not too many people come into my stream, Greg. If you would, I appreciate you would share me out and get some people in here. I like to see some new people come in and join my stream. Okay, my next set of reading We're going to start with the chakras. Oh, thank you, Greg. The chakra is included of 8 stones. Hi, Davy. How are you? You're new here, huh? Oh, hold on a minute. I got some stones in my hand. I mean, crystals in my hand. What are you talking about? I'm going to read crystals. Just hold on. I'm going to read about them. Just give me a short minute here. Not exactly new. Okay. You've been here before? Yeah, you have. Okay. Trying to bring you up. Okay. I'll shake that down. Okay, I remember you. Well, welcome to my stream. Are you part of my family? Oh, okay. Okay, chakra stones. Here we go. We got the throat chakra. It's a lazarette. And we have the amethyst. It's purple. And we have the solar plexus chakra. It's tiger eye. We have the rose quartz. It's got a shade of pink in it. I gotta find it. No, it ain't rose. It's a pink quartz. That's what it is. It's a heart chakra. It's for the heart. This is the aventurine. It's green. It's also for the heart. This is the root chakra. It's a black obsidian. Got 2 more yet. The sacral chakra. It's red jasper. And the crown chakra, which is a clear quartz. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Send whose link? Yeah, you're like 5 hours 5 hours. Let's see, it's what time is it here? It's 8:45 here, so it's got to be about what, 2 o'clock your time? Not gonna read about it yet. Why do you need them, Greg? I just go to I go to like Etsy or Amazon or eBay and get mine. Okay. And it's exactly 8:49 here. So you're about almost 5 hours ahead, 5 hours ahead of us. Oh, look at people. Okay. Set of healing chakra. These are the healing ones. I wish he'd learn how to fold. The 7 chakras are wheels of energy within our bodies. When chakras are aligned and balanced, we feel energized, grounded, and centered. This makes chakra cleansing extremely important for your overall health and well being. The chakra stones combine 7 stones to help you with the chakra healing and balancing. White quartz, amethyst, pink quartz, aventurine, tiger's eyes, red jasper, obsidian, and lazurite. Lazurite. You're from the future? Okay, the next crystal is a raw green fluorite necklace. A green fluorite crystal is especially powerful for growth and healing on all levels. Green fluorite crystals are also wonderful for neutralizing negative energy, acting as an energy vacuum cleaner for your space. Placing one in your environment helps to restore balance and bring order to any chaos. Green fluorite ability to connect with the energy of its environment helps it to not only purify but also raise the vibrations of its settings. Place your crystal in your sacred space, office, or a place in your home where you will see it every day. Oh, you collect them? Okay, this one here, I'll type it in the chat. This description is called That's the name of the subscription I belong to. So put in mindfulsouls.com. Next one is at the Dreamcatcher Essential Oil Diffusers necklace. A diffuser necklace is a great way to bring your oils with you. Just place a few drops of your favorite essential oil on the replacement pad and carry it with you. Firstly, you smell good without the toxic chemicals in the deodorants and perfumes. Secondly, you get all the health and beauty benefits. Smells are always deeply interconnected with our limbic system. Smells are also deeply interconnected with our system. The part of ourselves that connect, feel, experience, intuition, inspires and motivates. Essential oils can help to soothe and calm us, or invigorate us and lift our moods. And you have these little things, these little pads that you put the essential oils on. Then you put it in this little locket thing here. And carry it around. Okay, this is the carnelian ring. Carnelian is valued not only for its vivid colors, but also for its energizing properties. The stone is especially helpful when you're dealing with self-esteem. So wear this when you need a boost of confidence and know that you have the power to achieve what you want. Then we have these, which are friendship bracelets. You hand one off to your best friend and you keep one. This bracelet celebrates our home in the cosmos, our solar system. Wear a mini version of the entire solar system on your wrist. Oh, wrong one. Friendship bracelet. I'm sorry. There's one bracelet for you and one bracelet for your mother, friend, sister, or anyone you want to create a stronger connection with. Amazonite is known as the stone compassion, so wearing this bracelet can help you understand each other better, thus making your bond even stronger. And we got another bracelet here. Crystals. Okay, solar system bracelet. That's what that was. This bracelet celebrates our home in the cosmos, our solar system. Wear a mini version of the entire solar system on your wrist with this awesome solar system bracelet. Each planet is represented by a gemstone bead. The bracelet is made from a selection of lava beads, jade, sandstones, tiger eye, lapis lazuli, and others. There's that one. I don't want this one yet. I got some other one for that one. Our next one, let me see, will be this one. Okay, we're going to start off with a dream catcher key ring. Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatchers originate with the Ojibwe people, a group of native of North America. It was said that the dreamcatchers caught any harm that might be in the air. As a spider web, it catches and holds whatever comes in contact with. So hang it or wear it. Dream catchers are things that bring in positive in life and peace to your mind. Okay, white turquoise and lava stone bracelet. Has a little elephant on it. Oh, you can say down. Yeah, a little elephant. White turquoise lava stone bracelet. Turquoise has long been considered a master healer, said to assist in absorption of nutrients while strengthening the immune system, stimulating tissues and regeneration. Black lava beads is an igneous volcanic rock that is basically molten lava that has solidified under intense pressure and heat. It is a stone of strength, fire, passion, and courage that brings stability throughout the changes in your life. It helps you to harness the power of the fire within. Lava beads are porous and can even absorb the oil of your choice. Direction. We suggest applying just a drop or two of the essential oils to the black lava beads. The scent will last a day, if not more. You can use any of your favorite essential oils. And we have a pendulum amethyst necklace. Pendulum amethyst necklace. Amethyst is one of the most spiritual stones, promoting love and encouraging selfness and spiritual wisdom. Mentally, it helps you feel less scattered, more focused, and in control of your facilities. I mean, your faculties. Tap into the energy of the amethyst to fuel your determination with inspiration. Remind yourself that you can achieve anything you set out to achieve with the help and clarity of amethyst. Make tuning into the energy of amethyst the first of many healthy choices in your life. Okay, we have a Serenity Buddha figurine. This figurine is for people who are either looking for peace and calm in their lives or for those who wish to improve their own meditation skills. The silhouette of the figurine is shaped more or less like a triangle, which represents stability. The Buddha is one who has attained Buddha, and the Buddha is wisdom, an ideal state of intellectual and ethical perfection which can be achieved by man through purely human means. The term Buddha literally means enlightened one, a knower. Okay, this one has to be the rose. Hello, Sam. Gloves? What are you talking about, gloves? Here is the rose quartz pointer crystal. Rose quartz pointer crystal. Stone of the heart, a crystal of unconditional love and infinite peace. It is the most important crystal for the heart and the heart chakra, teaching the true essence of love. It purifies and opens the heart at all levels and brings deep inner healing and self-love. It is calming, reassuring, and excellent for use in trauma or crisis. Rose quartz gently draws off negative energy and replace it with the loving vibes. Carry it with you, meditate with it, lay with it on your body, or place it in your space. Then I have some essential oil here. It's rosemary. Rosemary essential oil. Consider sacred rosemary is one of the most powerful herbs and essential oils on the planet. Native to the Mediterranean, the wooden evergreen has been used in folk medicine for thousands of years to improve memory, soothe digestive use, relax muscle aches and pains. Okay, I'm getting a book over here. My crystal book. Crystal care. We're going to get this in again. Crystal care. Many crystals are fragile and friable. Crystals that are layered or clustered can separate. Crystals such as selenite are water soluble, polished surface, or natural points are easily scratched and damaged. Tumblestones are more durable, endless hours. Turning in fine grit gives them a tough surface. You can help tumblestones together in a bag, but other crystals should be kept apart. When not in use, wrap your crystals in a silk or velvet scarf. This prevents scratching and protects the crystal against absorbing foreign emanation. Yeah. Crystals need to be cleansed when you buy them and after wearing or using for healing. Always clean jewelry that comes to you from someone else, as it can hold negative vibration and pass them on to you. A few crystals never need cleansing. Citron, Canaanite, azustulite are self-cleaning. Clear crystal, carnelian cleans other crystals and are especially useful for delicate and friable stones. May need cleaning themselves afterwards. Crystal cleaning. Crystals that are not friable or jointed can be held under rainwater immersed in the sea or in salt water. As you do so, hold the intentions that are negative will be washed away and crystals re-energized. Place the crystals in the light of the sun or moon for a few hours. Can also recharge its batteries, provided it is not a stone that fades in sunlight, and care is not taken not to focus the rays where they could start a fire. Remember that the light from the sun moves around in an arc as the day progresses. Friable crystals or clusters can be left in a sea or rock salt overnight. Gently brush every speck of salt off afterwards, as they could damage the crystal, especially if a damp atmosphere. Certain crystals have the ability to cleanse other crystals. Keep carnelian in a bag of tumbled rocks. tumble stones, and you will never need to cleanse them using any other method. A small crystal can be placed on a clear quartz cluster and left overnight. You can smudge crystals or pass it through the light from the candle. You can also visualize them surrounded by light, which purifies and re-energizes them. One of the easiest ways to purify crystals is to use a purpose-made cleaner available over the internet. You only need to put a drop or two on the crystal or spray it with an atomizer of water to which a few drops of cleanser have been added. This does not damage friable crystals if sprayed lightly. Okay, that's for the care and the cleansing. Good night, Davey. Thanks for stopping in. Take care and stay safe. Toy 2. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. gotta find this. I'll put you guys in here because I don't know where your paperwork is. I gotta find it. Okay, we're on our next box. Okay, we're on our next box. Well, let's start off with this. I don't know what it is yet. Oh. It is called Yellow Apatite Wanting Crescent Necklace. Okay. Yellow Apatite Wanting Crescent Necklace. The wanting crescent moon symbolized the end of the old cycle, the start of approaching new one. Detach yourself from the world and rest. It is time to think things over and contemplate the things you should let go. An apatite is a dual action stone known for its positive use of personal power to achieve goals. It's clear away confusion, apathy, negativity, then stimulates the intellect to expand knowledge and truth, which may be used for personal growth or for the collective goods. It is a stone of manifestation, promoting a humanitarian outlook in service to others. Tiger Eye Spear. It's like a little marble. It's gorgeous. I love tiger eyes. Tiger Eye Spear. When fear enters our decision make process, our choices get skewed to see the path ahead. Clearly improve your foresight with a tiger eye spear. Tiger eye healing properties protect us from seeing the worst in ourselves. Instead, tiger eye healing blesses the third eye with confidence, courage, strength, and harmony, so that our perspective is tainted by self-doubt or insecurities. To activate your crystal, sit quietly, holding your crystal in your hands, breathe in the highest white light, visualize your intentions for the crystal. Everybody knows what this is. This is Blue Sage Lavender Smudge Stick. Okay. Blue Sage Lavender Smudge Stick. Blue sage has mild floral aroma. So if you're someone who finds strong smells overpowering, this might be your new favorite smudge stick. It is also known to attract prosperity and wealth. so it's an excellent addition to any abundance ritual. Lavender carries the energy of happiness and tranquility, making this stick perfect for when you're feeling stressed. Okay, we got a big thing here. I think it's the moss agate. It's green moss agate. Huge. Moss agate. Moss agate carries a strong connection with nature, pending its healing and nurturing energy to you. It teaches us to appreciate and enjoy each moment we have with the earth, helping us to set intentions for healing the planet. Associated with the heart chakra, moss agate also helps facilitate the release of old habits and fears to inspire growth. And we got another bracelet. It is the rose quartz bracelet. Oh, I got one more thing. The rose quartz. Got a little pink in it. Rose quartz bracelet. Thinking of self-care as necessity rather than luxury that you don't have time for will set you up for a happier and healthier life. Self-care is all about making time to nurture yourself and loving yourself unconditionally. Bless yourself with compassion by connecting to the rose quartz energy of this bracelet. Rose quartz brings the focus to how strong and powerful you are, regardless of what is happening with your body. It begs you to love yourself at every stage. And the last one is clear quartz energy generator. Having an energy generator crystal in your space will help to clear out negative energy, giving you peace of mind during your daily life. These generators raise the energy from the earth to the sky and can bring universal light and knowledge into your space. It's a great tool for meditation, healing, and general support. And it can also be used to charge other crystals. Clear quartz is a master healer crystal, and it amplifies the energy of crystals it is placed near. Place energy generators in your home or workplace to protect, activate, transmute energy. I can't go on this one. I'll put a different one. I still got two. Okay, let me get another box over here. Oh, okay. Okay, we got this one here. Okay, we're going to start off with the Nag Champa. Let me say it. Nag Champa incense. They smell so good. It's not a little like little baby powder, but with a scent to it. Nag Champa incense. Nag Champa, enjoyed by millions, is the most popular Indian incense in the world. Nag Champa is a hand rolled blend of flowers, spices, and resin. The natural ingredient herbs, resin, and masala are blended to perfection to create a soothing aroma. This aromatic incense, with its sweet yet healthy fragrance, will enhance any mood and any environment. Who's ever here, thank you for staying. Now we have the jade comb, jade hair comb. Jade hair comb, used for centuries to stimulate blood circulation, promoting new hair growth. This holistic beauty treatment will leave you feeling relaxed. Combing, massaging all of the acupoints in the head, which regulates excitement, inhibition, with it, inhibition in the cerebral cortex. So regulating your body's meridians can be good for your overall health and can be achieved by the combing technique. I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? I think it's a bracelet. Okay. That was a tumble amethyst stone. Amethyst is a natural stress reliever that brings protection and spiritual growth. It rids your home and body of negative energy while, while attracting positive energy. Amethyst stone holds the exact kind of relaxing energy that we could all use after a long day, and allows its energy of contentment to soothe away the day-to-day stresses that helps you up at night. Okay, we got the blue goldstone bracelet. Blue goldstone bracelet. Blue goldstone combines mysterious characters' origins with a very practical health benefit. The copper particles suspended in the stone are thought to provide warming comfort to arthritic conditions and ease pain. Copper is known for bring relief to arthritic pain by reducing inflammation while increasing mobility and flexibility. The color of the stone makes it an excellent tool for restoring and balancing the third eye, also called brow chakra, promotes intuition and psychic abilities. Goldstone is also said to be the stone of wealth, and it promotes vitality and ambition. I don't know where that one is. I do know where it is. I just gotta find it. Okay. Oh, this is a raw citron necklace. Somehow I got it all screwed up. Oh well, I gotta fix it later. It's caught on something. Here. Okay, I got it. Now you guys can see it. Got a little yellow tinge to it. Raw citron necklace. Powered by the sun, citron is a stone of light and happiness. Its high vibes bring a clear mind and a more positive outlook on life. Transform your raw intentions into polished realities with the manifestation power of raw natural citron. Citron casts beams of joy throughout your space and spirit. Have a piece of raw citron in your home, create an ambience of happiness, elevates the vibration of your home. If you feel like your home environment is a little gloomy, let the energy of the sunny stone brighten it up. And I have, let's see, I have a rose quartz pendulum here, but it's in with my hunting stuff, so I'm going to just read it for you. Rose quartz pendulum, a pendulum with the calming properties of a rose quartz crystal. To start using a pendulum, you hold the small end in your hand, remain very still, and ask a yes or no question. If the pendulum moves in a circle, the answer is yes. And if it moves from side to side, the answer is no. This is very basic explanation, but let your intuition in, in ah, in, whatever guide you when asking questions. Try holding the pendulum over your favorite stone or crystal for clear answers. Is that all of them I got out here? I didn't bring them all out. But that's all the ones I brought out today. I'm going to bring some more out tomorrow. I'll finish reading them up for you guys. Well, I guess we can get very many people in here. Anyhow, I'm early, so what the heck? I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll take a little break here and just chit chat, and you're going to have to excuse me. I'll be right back anyway, so I'll be back. Ooh. Ooh. Why you get some water? I'm gonna wait. Go. And I'm back. Well, let's see. What are we gonna do now? Wait for someone to come and talk to me. I hope someone comes in and talks to me. I don't want to sit here and talk to myself all night. And probably what I'm going to end up doing is talking to myself. Read another story. Till someone comes in and says, "Hi, Terry, I'll talk to you." But no, nobody likes me. Because of one damn person. That's all right. So, what has everybody been up to? Nothing important. Okay. This is a pretty long story, so anybody comes in, hello. Located, it's called Balleroy Mansion. Belleroy. Yeah, Belleroy Mansion. Located in the posh Philadelphia suburb of Chestnut Hill, Belleroy Mansion would probably speak if it could. The question is, what would it say? Given the foreboding air that surrounds it, perhaps the question best remains unanswered. If any house in America looked like it ought to be haunted, the sprawling Belleroy would be the one. Its architectural features includes a mansard roof, ornamental cresting, an onion-domed turret, and a point portico, as well as innumerable windows that stare out with a disturbing sentence. And although it is never wise to judge a book by its cover, in this case, the stately manor is actually every bit as haunted as the mysterious appearance suggested. Many paranormal experts, such as Charles J. Adams III, considered it one of the most haunted houses in Pennsylvania, if not the entire United States. Adam wrote an account of the haunting in his book, Philadelphia Ghost Stories. The house was built in 1911 and purchased 12 years later by the Easby family, in whose hands it has remained to this day. George Meade Easby, a direct descendant of George Meade, the legendary general who commanded Union forces out at the Battle of Gettysburg. He spent much of his life in the magnificent old mansion and has learned a lot about ghostly entities while living there. In fact, The elderly man's supernatural education began soon after his family moved into the house over 75 years ago. The year was 1926, and 6-year-old George was idly hunched over a fountain in the courtyard with his little brother Stephen. Both boys were staring at their rippling reflections with a kind of unwavering concentration unique to young children. In an instant, however, the clear water in the Balroy fountain revealed something that no young child should ever see. George could only stare in the horrified silence as his brother's reflection suddenly changed. In place of the pensive expression on a thoughtful 5-year-old child shimmered the image of a horrible, grinning skull. Stephen had been miraculously transformed into a skeleton. The frightful image purling in the water might have receded after Mr. Esby's memories over the years were it not for the tragedy that soon followed. Not a month after George saw the skeleton in the fountain, Stephen died. From the day onward, from that day onward, George knew it in his heart that Balroy Mansion was home to a supernatural presence. The numerous events that occurred in Balroy over subsequent years affirmed Mr. Esby's hunch. And although others were never able to get over the spooky phenomena that repeatedly went on in the house, George slowly grew accustomed to living alongside members of the netherworld until ghosts became just another fact of what was to be long and fascinating life. Residents and non-residents from all walks of life have had supernatural experiences in Balroy Mansion. They've included psychic, skeptics, ministers, restoration of workers, and friends of the family. Many have had things thrown at them, heard strange noises, or seen apparitions. In other words, the ghost of Malroy have spooked mortal in every way used by revenants throughout recorded history. One account tells how an encounter with one of the house's more malicious spirits led to the death of a Balroy guest, with so many tales emerging from the mansion, where the dead seemed to be more comfortable than the living. It is any wonder that the place is known as the most haunted building in Pennsylvania. Many people would agree that Balroy Mansion is in an inviolable place in which to live. With 33 resplendently furnished rooms, the extravagant estate emphasizes luxury. But unless the dead are able to enjoy material opulence, little explains the spirit's affinity for the place. Be the souls long gone or the recent deceased, we can only guess. The spirit of the deceased are inexplicability drawn to the mansion. George's brother Stephen had lived in the mansion for not even a year before he passed away, but numerous accounts confirm his continued presence. One involved restoration worker Dave Welts, who over the past 20 years have been kept busy in the business of preservation at Old Valroy. Blitz and a coworker were in the courtyard one day, working near the same fountain that had fascinated Espy boys so many years ago. For no apparent reason, Blitz and his coworker were seized by a sudden chill, as if Beethoven's Ninth Symphony was approaching its glorious conclusion. Guided by guided by something that only be called instinct, both men looked up to the house, where they saw a young boy with bright blond hair staring down at him from the second floor. Belton and his associate knew in their bones that they were staring at a living person. An instant later, the boy vanished before their eyes. The two found themselves staring through the now empty window in amazed silence. Man, Belt's friend finally said, that's just too strange. Based on Belt's description, no one had any doubt that the boy was Stephen Esby. Croak! Croak! George Esby himself has had a number of experiences he would not be able to explain unless he.
Your boss is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. Your boss
Hold on.
is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Yes? Okay. I'm back. I'm just going to eat a banana. Then I'll finish the story. And on with our story. George Easby himself has had a number of experiences he was not able to explain unless he invoked the ghost of his sibling. On one occasion, he was entertaining guests at his terrace when a loud crash was heard in the gallery. When the guests ran in to investigate, they found Stephen's portrait laying face down on the floor. The painting had flung itself from the wall and flown about 15 feet through the air. What's more, the nail was still fastened to the wall, and the wire on the frame was still taut, rendering what had just happened physically impossible. But somehow Mr. Easby was not surprised. He had known for a while that Stephen's spirit had not left the house. George attributes Stephen's supernatural pranks to his mischievous nature when he was alive. Although George is sure that his brother never meant to harm to anyone, just like with any other attention-seeking boy, the lad's hijinks had to be disturbing enough to raise some eyebrows. In some instance, you may have gone too far. During another party, for example, Easby and some 20 other witnesses an ornamental copper pot fly across the room and connected with the side of the guest's head. The man was more surprised than hurt, but the bizarre and potentially dangerous event was enough to deter him from ever returning to Balroy. Other spirits of Balroy, however, are far more menacing than the prankish ghost of Stephen Easby. Once George was awakened in the middle of the night by a moving weight on the edge of the bed, as if someone restless was sitting there. Before he realized that he was the only one in the house and no intruder alarm had gone off, an iron grip fastened around his arm, squeezing so tightly that it hurt. If he was tempted to entertain the idea that the event was just a dream, the deep bruises from his arm the next morning were solid enough evidence to the contrary. Mr. Easby believed that the late night visitor was Amanda, the most malicious ghost that haunts Melroy Mansion, considered how Paul Kimmins, meeting this entity, concluded. George might consider himself lucky for getting off with only a bruised arm. At the time of the encounter, Kimmins had worked for Mr. Easby for several years, and in all time he had spent in Melroy's Mansion, he had never once laid eyes on a ghost. His general attitude toward the ghost of Melroy was skeptical, and it became habit to nod and smile politely whenever Mr. Easby or another visitor discussed the matter of spirits. His outlook was to change abruptly the day he saw the spirit of Amanda. George had asked Kimmins to show psychic named Judith Hames through the house. On this tour, Kimmins saw Amanda for the first time. She appeared as a vague human form in the middle of a rolling blue mist, slowly drifting down the stairs toward Kimmins and Hames before vanishing into thin air. Hames, a psychic and paranormal investigator, had seen this kind of thing before and was not too shaken by the experience. But for Kimmins, the sight of the ghostly figure was too much for his rationalist sensibilities to absorb, and he never got over his encounter with the apparition. A few weeks later, Miss Hames received a disturbing phone call from Kimmins. The sight of the ghostly figure was phone call from Kimmins. His voice was tired and strained, and the psychic could tell that he was extremely distraught. He told Judith that the apparition on the stair of Balroy had somehow followed him home, and that he was seeing her almost daily. I looked in my rear view mirror, and there she is, sitting in the back seat. I see her in the middle of a crowded street from the corner of my eyes. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and see her standing there in front of my bed, he related. Kimmins grew haggard as the months went on. The last time Mr. Easby saw his employee, the unlucky man was reclined in an antique chair in the study. He looked to be lost in a bad dream, fretfully twitching through a nervous sleep. A few days later, Kimmins was dead. For Judith, Kimmins' death was directly related to the ghost that they had seen during her earlier investigations of the mansion. But as far as Mr. Easby was concerned, Kimmins was also the third man to die shortly after sitting in the chair in this study. He was the third man to die shortly after sitting in the chair in his study. He posted a sign to warn people against sitting in the chair, even cordoning it off with stanchions and velvet rope when he had guessed. Paranormal enthusiasts who have studied Balroy have no qualms about applying the sensational lexicon of their subcultures to the chair in the study, and it has become widely known as the death chair. To those who are fascinated by it, visitors are warned that they are taking their own lives in their own hands if they sit in it. As for Amanda, it's like that she is somehow connected with the chair in the study because her mist-shrouded apparition has mostly often appeared in the room in question, hovering around the chair. She appears so often that the study has become known as the Blue Room. The guests who fear run-ins with the spirit world avoid it. The predominant theory about the room is that Amanda occasionally materializes there before an unwary guest, hoping to lure him or her into the death chair. Like Paul Kimmins, Lloyd Gross was a skeptic who spent a considerable amount of time in Balroy. One of Georges Esby's closest friends and a fellow antique collector, Gross had grown accustomed to dismissing all of the supernatural stories told about the house with a skeptical shrug. Until that is, the day his own two eyes fell on a sight that couldn't be accommodated by his level-headed belief system. Gross was taking a reporter on a tour of the Balroy's antique treasures when the man tape recorder practically leaped out of his hands, sailing through the air, landed on the ground almost 20 feet away. Gross, assuming that the reporter had thrown his recorder into the air, looked at the man with wordless surprise, wondering what had provoked him to do such a thing. The reporter went cold with fear as he stuttered out his explanation. Something pulled it out of my hand, was all the frazzled man could say. He was so shaken by the experience that they had to cut the tour short. The reporter was sent home after being given a shot of whiskey to calm his nerves. Whatever the skepticism, Lloyd Gross was able to maintain another incident with the reporter rapidly dissolved upon his first encounter with Amanda. He was helping George prepare the house for a charity fundraiser when he saw a thick bluish mist drift out from the Blue Room. Even after the countless stories about Amanda's apparition and the fog that surrounds it, Gross instinctively looked for a rational explanation. "Look, it's getting cold out," he finally said to George, nodding in the direction of the Blue Room. George informed his friends that he wasn't looking at condensation, but ectoplasm. Amanda was in the Blue Room. The undeniable sight of Amanda thoroughly spooked Lloyd Gross. Out of sorts for the rest of the night, Gross tried to ignore what he'd seen earlier, but it was obvious to George that he was not able to do so. Mr. Esby could see that unease hovering just under his friend's eyes. Things got worse for Gross when the benefit was over. George was accompanying Lloyd to his car with, for no apparent reason, his spooked friend suddenly spun around to face him. New fear arose in Gross' eye. "Why did you hit me?" he asked of his surprised host. Both men knew the question was absurd. George had been standing over 10 feet away from where Gross was. I didn't hit you, Mr. Eastby responded. I'm way over here. After all those years of no contact, the spirits of Belroy had decided to visit Lloyd Gross twice in one night. But they weren't content to stop there, for when he arrived home later that evening, through his front window he could see smoke bellowing in his foyer. Certain that his house was on fire, he bolted to the door, threw it open, only to see the blue fog instantly dissipate around him. His heart froze in a debilitating fear when he realized that whatever he had seen in Belroy had followed him home. Gross could not doubt the ghost of Belroy ever again. As frightening as people experienced with Amanda had been, Mr. Eastby maintained that the benevolent spirit far outnumbered those bent on making trouble. For instance, Mr. Eastby saw an apparition of his deceased uncle on more than once occasion. Other apparitions had also made appearances. One that bears a striking resemblance of Thomas Jefferson has been seen hovering next to a tall clock in the dining room. An image of an elderly lady doubled over with a cane in her hand has been spotted in the second floor hallway. Recording reports also indicate a smiling monk in brown robes who appear out of nowhere in the master bedroom on the second floor. Nothing about the encounter has disturbed the patriarch of Belroy Mansion in the slightest. A particularly interesting ghost in the kind of protective spirit of George Eastby's mother, Henrietta. Not only did she attempt to reach across the wall between the living and the dead to express her motherly affection, but the gentle Victorian lady also took an active part in her son's life. Revealing more than one unseen family treasure collecting dust in the old mansion. Henrietta often communicated through Judith Hames, the same psychic who was standing next to Paul Kimmins, the fateful moment he first set eyes on Amanda. Miss Hames was driving to Belroy for dinner one evening when she received her first message from Henrietta. The psychic became aware of a woman's voice, muttering the same word over and over again. Longfellow, Longfellow, Longfellow. Unsure what the voice meant, she did not say anything to Mr. Eastby during dinner, even though the voice persisted for the whole meal. When the voice added the phrase, the children's hour, to its previous mantra, Judith asked Mr. Eastby if he knew what any of it meant. George was struck speechless. After a long silence, he spoke up. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow was my mother's favorite poet, he explained to Miss Hames, and the Children's Hour was her favorite poem. George was in the study later that evening, trying to forget what had transpired during supper by losing himself in a book. He quickly noticed that one book was jutting out of the shelf as if someone had thought reading it would be a good idea. He began to pull it out, then thought twice and left it there. Getting up to slide the book back in place, George froze when he saw the name on the spine, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Hi, Wayne. With trembling hands, he reached up to where the volume sat on the big oak shelf, pulled it down. It was dusty, obviously untouched for many years, and the edge of the old yellow envelope dotted from the top of the book, marking a page within. George slowly opened the volume of poetry to the page flagged by the envelope. Sure enough, it opened up to his mother's favorite poem, The Children's Hour. On the envelope, in his mother's elegant, flowing, long hand, was written, "To my son Meade, in the event of my death." With bated breath, George picked up the envelope and folded its top back. The mystery only deepened when he looked inside. There was nothing at all inside the envelope. It was empty. From that day onward, Henrietta began to correspond with her son through Judith Himes. Fairly regularly, Mrs. Himes was made aware of 2 silver candlesticks that Henrietta had hidden in the rafters of a long-forgotten storeroom. Thank you. It's not going good tonight. Henrietta has hidden in the rafters for a long-forgotten storeroom. Mr. Easby was thrilled when Judith led the way to the secret drawer concealed in one of the house's old desks. Hidden there was a bullet-ridden and powder-burnt Confederate flag that had been captured at the Battle of Gettysburg. Over the next few weeks, family secret began to come out of the woodwork. I don't know. I've just been reading. The most dramatic family heirloom uncovered was in the attic. Acting with supernaturally endowed intelligence, Mrs. Himes opened one of the countless trunks stored there, and after rummaging for a brief time, emerged with a single document. She held an ancient promissory note in her hand, dating back to the early 19th century. The paper revealed that George's great-great-grandfather, Richard Meade, had lent the federal government $5 million in 1819 to cover the debt incurred by the United States in its annexation of Spanish Florida. Apparently, the Easby family had never been reimbursed. In 1990, based on the information provided by his mother, though, Miss Himes, George Easby made a formal demand to the state of Florida for $5 million, plus all interest accumulated in the 170 years since. Whether he will get the money or not, it's still in question. For reasons unknown, Henrietta communicated less frequently with Mrs. Himes after she revealed the existence of the promissory note. In one of her last psychic transmissions, she disclosed another message from the past. This time, however, it hit a little closer to home. It was a letter from George's father, M. Stevenson Easby, a hard-headed agnostic who has scoffed had any suggestion of the supernatural, or so George had thought. The letter revealed that George's father had been aware of the ghost at Balroy's for most of his life, and his rigid pragmatism was only a front for the sake of the child. It seems that the senior Easby would admit the existence of ghosts to his son only after he himself had become one. In the letter to George, extended to be read after he had died, M. Stevens admitted that he had indeed seen the ghost, yet he assured his son that there was nothing to be afraid of, that the ghosts at Balroy could not harm if he did not let them. Perhaps this final message from his stoic father imbued George Easby with the strength to accept his haunted home as gracefully as he does. In fact, Mr. Easby not only accepted the ghost in his mansion, he relishes him being there. He has no qualm about taking paranormal enthusiasts on tour through the mansion. The fame that Balroy has acquired in the paranormal community is no doubt partly the result of his willingness to let others partake of Balroy's ghost. If you're here still, Wayne, I just think people don't like me. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to stay on here for a while. I'm going to be here, but I'm shutting my camera off for a while. No. They're not here. I haven't had anybody here in over an hour. No one. Yeah, you're here. That's right. You must like me. There's 3 people here and only 1 talking. What's wrong? That's right. I'm your friend. Right? And I'm yours. I started early too tonight. I got on here about 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. I'm eating. When I get done eating, then I'll turn my camera back on. I know. I'm trying to get on here more. I thought I did have my skull up there. I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared on me. Oh, you're busy all day? Dang. Oh. Hey, Shonda. Lacey. How are you? Oh, okay. I'm doing good. I'll turn my camera back on as soon as I get done eating. I've been just reading stories, and I read some of my crystals that are in my prescription boxes. I'm getting rid of some of the boxes and throwing them out. I'm gonna get rid of junk. So what have you been up to, Lady C? And here I am. No, I read some books. I read 2 stories tonight. Plus, I read about some of my crystals I got. I'm thinking about going and get more crystals and read them. So, how's Texas treating you? Oh, what are you going to do? Oh. Oh boy. What do we want to do? I don't know what to do. Oh, these are all empty. I'll try. I'll try. How do I see what this one is? There we go. How to do crazy. have to go to garbage. All right, now. What else you been doing, Wayne? These are how my streams go. I'm gonna stay on long as I can. Excuse me. Oh, Wayne, you still here? I was gonna ask you something. I was gonna ask you something, Wayne. No, I forgot I was gonna ask you. Must have been crap. I'll be right back. Oh, have you heard from James? Who's all on tonight? Not lately. Well, he did answer to one of my live streams. I started streaming like 3 days ago. He told me he liked my live stream. I wonder if people really watch them. I really like James. Oh. Do you know James has Facebook? We had a 20-year-old Corey girl. Oh, I don't do Instagram. Um, we had a 20-year-old girl get killed yesterday. A car hauler rear-ended her and killed her. 20 years old. I'm just trying to figure out who it is. So, what do you want to talk about, Wayne? Talk about monsters. They're gonna get you. Make sure you shut your closet door, because the boogeyman's in there. Coloring my hair tomorrow. Black. Oh. There. Yeah, Don and Red all went for a drive today. We went for a drive in New York State. Okay, I gotta take Red out. He has to go. I will be right back. Hold on, Red. Meow. Move. Come on, Red. I'll put you guys in bed when I come back in. Come on. Get in. Well, come on. Let's go. Go. Crook. I'm back. Hmm. Getting boring here. I might get off here. I guess I'm gonna get off here and find something to do. Maybe later on I'll come back live. But I want everyone to take care. Stay safe. Goodbye, everyone.